Here's an update video. So I posted that other one on July 24th of 2020, and today is Monday, May the 16th, 2022. It's been just a little over 21 months, so 21 and a half months, if that oil job lasted, and I don't hear a squeak, do you? But before I could go and get my phone, it was squeaking. So we're going to do an update video. I'm going to decide what to do, because I still have the brand new motor and I could put it in, or maybe I could just oil this one and keep going. Now it's a game. So this motor is from the original unit, 1992. And it has made it officially now 30 years. Yes, this air conditioning unit is not efficient. But yes, it's very efficient because it's never needed to be replaced with the new $5,000 system, or $6 or $7, or probably more like $10,000 system now with inflation. Alright, we'll come back, decide what to do. Hear the squeak? I was criticized in the first video because I didn't show the squeak or hear the squeak. It's just intermittent now. We're going to get ahead of this thing. I think I'm going to oil it. I mean, if it lasted almost 2 years and that, I do have a motor I could put in, but now it's a game to me. Alright, be back soon. So guess who finally got a tripod? Turns out, if you start making a few dollars on YouTube, you think you might ought to reinvest in the channel. So what we're going to do here is we're going to oil this. And as I said, this is a 1992 unit. And here we are in 2022, so it's made it 30 years. I'm going to take off the top. I'm missing this little nut bolt, and then take off the rest of these anyway. And I'm going to pull the power breaker just to make sure, right? I've got some nut drivers here. We'll find the one that fits. And let's get to work. We're going to oil it. I would oil it with Zoom spout oil, but I don't have any. So I do have some clipper oil, and that's made for motors. And this was included in a pair of clippers. Zoom spout oil, one of the viewers said that's what he would use. You know, I use motor oil and it's been successful. Or 3-in-1 oil. I'd refilled it with motor oil. And it's been successful for years. Now I've oiled this unit over the past probably 15 years for 3 or 4 times. I don't know. I've lost track. Let's get started. Pull the power, and your power probably looks like that. You can put it back in on the off side, but I'm going to put it back, just lay it on top. That way I know it's out. No chance of putting it in the wrong way that way, is there? Let's find the nut that fits this, the nut driver that fits it. Brandon got the one that fits it because I'd left it out. 5/16. You're probably wondering, doesn't he have a better drill than a Black & Decker? I've got the yellow Black & Decker, a DeWalt, and I've got a rigid, and I've got a Porter cable. This is the one I keep inside and handy. It's a good little drill. I got it in a kit at Walmart for $25 after Christmas. Had a bunch of tools in it. Right now we've got that off. It's a good time to think about the other maintenance that needs to be done to this, because here we are in spring. Hopefully you're watching it at a good opportune time, but it's never a bad time to do maintenance. And what we've got here is there'll be an electrical chase on yours as well. Gets these wires out here. You want to be careful when you pull this out. You flip it over and upside down, because you don't want those wires to break. I'm looking at the side of the motor that might have the oiler edge on it. So that's what I'm looking for on my motor. You may not have those on your motor. They might be bright yellow, plastic. You may not have them at all. I described this before. What we're going to do is we're going to get oil down that shaft. And I'm going to pause this while I go get a paper towel or something to clean off that shaft, because it's got muck on it from probably from the oil I did before and then picking up dust. Get you in there a little closer. You could take this off, get in here easier. Don't want that running down the fan blade shaft, because I'm going to do 2 steps. I'm going to oil the fan blade shaft. I'm going to oil this, but you know, because I have these oilers, it's probably a moot point to oil the fan blade shaft. These are just made of aluminum on mine because it's so old, but like I said, they're made of plastic on these other ones. I'm pulling them out with needle nose pliers, and I got them both out easily enough. I'm going to show you oil these ports here, and I'm going to turn this up where it'll run right down these ports, and you can see there's a channel that comes right into that shaft, and it's going to be the same on the other side. And then I'm going to drop some oil right on that shaft and spin it a few times, okay? So it's hung up right now from my chase being wedged in it. Let's fix that. Still spinning pretty freely, but I have done this when it's just purely frozen up and it still works. These motors can be relatively hot. So what I'm going to do here is drop this oil right down there. Maybe good that I'm using this type of oil, because it'll probably take that thicker motor oil and thin it out a little. Spin it a few times. Do it again. Put it right on that shaft. This is a much thinner oil, much thinner than motor oil or 3-in-1. I'm going to just spin this a few times. I got a feeling this might last a long time too. I'll keep updating this. They're playing cornhole in the backyard. You hear some laughing, living life. That's got a good spin on it. I'm going to do it some more. I'm going to pick up some of that Zoom spout oil. Man, this stuff is just like mineral oil nearly. Maybe that's what it is. I'm going to actually put some on my fingers and smell of it. It feels just thinner than mineral oil. You can already tell that spins better. Not like a new one, but spins fast. I'm putting it right down on the shaft and letting it go in there. No jokes. No inappropriate jokes. Alright. Spin this several more times while gravity does its work. Take our little aluminum stoppers. If yours is plastic, it's all, it doesn't matter what they're made of. Put them right back into place. Give them a good tap. They're held in there just simply by wedged in. I don't think it's spun that good in a long time. Alright. I don't think you can really put way too much oil. I'm sure you could put too much oil, but I don't think we did. I'm going to be careful with this chase and get it back in here. Yours will be a little different. Now's the good time there to also look down in here and pull out leaves and things. Compressor's hot. Don't let it burn you. Get those out of there. Look at your coil. Look at your coil all around. See if it's dirty. See if it's blocked. If it's blocked or dirty, you can give it a good wash. Do not pressure wash it. It'll mat them shut. You can give them a good soak and a good wash. Do not use a big brush. It'll really mess them up. Be gentle with it. I would show you that. Yours is going to be different anyway, I'm sure. Line your hole back up through the housing and then through some thin metal to chase on my model. My coil's pretty clean. I washed it about a year ago. You can hit it with the low pressure of the water hose, and if that doesn't clean it off, you can get foam cleaner for coils. There's some really good YouTube channels on how to do that. HVAC guys. You know what, I ought to link to one of them because I really enjoy watching him. It's called Anti-Do-It-Yourself AC. And he says that just so homeowners won't do their own thing. But he tells you just about what you can do if you're a homeowner. And he's really good, but he never tells you to oil your motor. He'll just replace them. But he's an honest guy up out of the Greenville, Spartanburg area, I think. At least he sounds honest, and everything I see about his videos is honest. So if you're in that area, you may even want to use him. I think it's Anti-Do-It-Yourself channel. It's enjoyable to watch if you like fixing things. All right, we're in good shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in. Walk back inside and flip that breaker. See how quiet she is. Well, no squeaking or chirping so far, and I think it actually sounds quieter. Getting quieter as I stand here. Probably that oil working its way in. Get you close up to it. Here's the chase I was talking about. I gotta double check that wire and see how close it is to the fan blade, but I think it's far enough. There's the breaker I was talking about. When I went back inside, I didn't flip the breaker. I just turned the air back on. So when you're doing this, turn your AC off, and then make sure you pull your disconnect, your quick disconnect out here. This is an Amana unit from 1992. Now you know how to oil your motor if you didn't know it from my previous video, and this is an update to that one. I've got a brand new motor, and it's going to stay in the box. Like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching Swimming in the Deep.